Hello dear listeners, Nia Satyani speaking to you. I will moderate today's podcast with our guest speaker, Tiana Satrazen, who is Georgian youth worker and trainer and Youth Advisory Council member of Youth Agency of Georgia. Today we will be talking about eco-activism, through its definition and importance. So, Telma, can you share with us what is eco-activism?
Thank you, Nia, for introducing me. Yes, as you have already mentioned, I am basically in the youth field, and we're doing ecological projects through youth work. And I'm also a trainer, not only on the local level, but I am also the trainer for Erasmus Plus projects. And we do a lot of kind of activities organized in local and international level. What we can tell about eco-activism, it's just like any other form of activism. Eco-activism is simply a form of engagement in social and political campaigns with the aim of preventing damage to the environment. As a matter of fact, there is a strong relationship between environmental protection and human rights, and also this is kind of for me, I think personally that it's one of the fundamental human rights to have the ecologically clean environment and to take care for it. In the past several decades, eco-activism has been getting like an increasing amount of attention, and as the environmental problem is escalating, it's increasingly urgent to resolve it. For example, there are many things that we can mention while we're talking about eco-activism and in general environmentalism. It's climate change, like plastic landfills, pollution, contaminating our waters, for example, using our forests as our forests are being destroyed for mining or building purposes, food waste, like too much use of plastic, etc., and etc. One of the examples of like eco-activism that I can share to be more specific and to show you how this type of activism is working, it's tree sitting, which is a form of activism in which the protester sits in a tree in an attempt to stop the removal of the tree or to impede the demolition of the area. And it started in early 60s, where the people were demonstrating against this kind of in this kind of form to save what was really important for their society, and so on. For eco-activism, that what we can say, and it's also important to mention that like this definition of eco-activism is kind of a new definition, but throughout the years we had many good examples and many cases where we have been witnessing how eco-activists are trying to raise awareness not only about what is the healthy ecological condition to live in when we are trying to harmonize ourselves with the earth, or many other cases that it's important to have in our reality, and there are a set of rules. To my mind, it's my personal vision, it's my personal mind that we're living on the planet Earth, and we have to kind of have the rules that to live in harmony with this planet, because like many damages has been done, and many ecological problems and mistakes that have been done in the past has now affected us globally. And it's also good to mention the global warming issue that we're having, and we're every day yes, realizing that we have the global warming, but we don't actually realize what we are doing, how we are helping, let's say, the global warming in our everyday life.
campaign. What are the digital civil society approaches in relation to eco-activism?
It's kind of a good question because the popularity of eco-activism was accelerated by digital era, and because of the achievements of digitalization, it became easier to share the best experiences and adapt good examples through the world. It's also in a sense that when like we don't always have these great opportunities or great ideas when we are trying to promote the ecological profits in our society. But this digitalization tool, I would say tool, really helped us to see what are the best practices around the world and to see better how to adapt them. It's important to mention like a zero waste campaign, which started its journey in the digital world and spread through the digital world as well. The concept of zero waste campaign is that to use less disposable, non-disposable goods, for example, and it is a kind of started as an awareness raising campaign, but nowadays a lot of cities like separately are trying to follow this campaign, and basically the eco-activists are the main promoters of this campaign. For example, last week we had this project, Erasmus project, where we had the 26 young people from different countries, and we were talking about these ecological issues that we're facing, also eco-activism, and why it is important to have the information about the whole concept of eco-activism. And there were really bright minds in our training who shared the best like small society examples to us peer-to-peer, but now because of the digitalization it's possible to take these good examples and show to other people as well. To my mind, the meaning is very deep and consists of different creative and easy ways to reduce the use of damageable goods in our everyday life. And basically campaigning is the digital, in the digital space, is the way to approach every person throughout the earth and spread and deliver the key messages that some organizations or some individuals are maybe trying to achieve while they are working about this topic. Digital civil society is to my mind, one of the biggest society, because basically we're living in the 21st century today. And for us, because of this digitalization, because of internet, and because of many other perks of living in the 21st century, it gave us the opportunities to get the information anytime you want. I mean, if you want to know let's say how to recycle, how to, for example, make from the non-disposable trash, how to make something useful, or how to be active in an environmental way. It's the best space, I would say, that you can get all the information, or you can share your information with everybody. And also it has the huge impact in our society right now, because we don't maybe realize, because it's already like part of our life, but we don't realize how it makes our lives easier when we need to see some like to get some knowledge, or to see some tips, or to share experiences, or to, for example, reach to the people who have the same mindset as ours, and also try to create something meaningful together, maybe not in the same like society or the city, but also to the place where we can create the connections, we can make networks, and etc. This is basically the huge topic that like being digital and being digital eco-activist is a huge topic that I don't think it will be enough our time to discuss. But basically, what we are trying to do through this digital area that are in our hands, and it's kind of a supportive and strong tool that we can all use. It's to deliver a lot of information, for example, for young people, because I strongly believe that this kind of mindset, to build such kind of mindset starts not only with just the book information and textbook information, it's also the habits that we can work it out together, and showing it in a digital way, it really helps everybody, the whole society, to achieve more, to become the better of themselves, and to create a stronger like ecological and environmental, like healthy environmental situation around us.
Why it's important to talk about eco-activism?
Eco-activism is relevant, and it's important because it does not limit itself to the protection of the natural world. Instead, it also ensures that some are not disproportionately affected by environmental degradation, by giving them the opportunity to voice, for example, their concerns. Eco-activism is therefore not just about ecology, it's also one of the best ways to bring about social and political change. And when I say this like social and political change, I really mean that sometimes it's not important, like I would not say important, sometimes it's not enough to have the information, because it has to be the value, and basically our like small values come from the societies that we live, and the social change comes with these values in our everyday life. But also it's really important to have the set of I don't know how to say, like political parties and political sides, for example, like countries' political views really matter when we are talking about climate change, and also not only climate change, but in general about the environmental situation around us, because every country has their own like rules and laws about environmental issues and how they are dealing with it, and it's always like there are always some unique parts from each one of them. And what's really like, even digitalization is helping us here as well, because if we are seeing that some country, for example, banned, like in Europe, for example, they have banned the plastic straws, and it was a huge like push to the other countries as well to adapt this change, and to think about how to take this good experience and best practice and implement it in our country as well. So when we're talking about eco-activism, basically what the eco-activists are doing, they are putting the issue in the in the daily matter, and they are raising awareness. They are talking to the people who are the decision makers, and they advocate for this environmental stuff which needs to be changed. And some of the successful eco-activism like tendencies can become the political change, and it can change the course of the country, how they are looking to the to the topic, for example. To my mind, climate change is a real deal and it affects every living being on this planet. And yes, the ecoactivism is the tool which helps not only raising awareness about the issue, but to take real actions for the meaningful change while we're standing united.
What kind of activities are for young people?
Okay, I can share because I'm working with young people in my hometown, and I'm also working on the national level about youth topics. And one of the best practices that I can share with you, it was Global Youth Service Days that the USA is celebrating every year. And on that day, it was important to prioritize which direction young people wanted to go the year given. And what we have done is that we have planned a 3-day event, which was promoting healthy way of living and clean to raise awareness about what kind of issues can cause the use of plastic, for example. And what we have done is that we organized one event which was about all of the information. For example, if you throw the plastic away, how many times it needs to decompose, which is not decomposable, and also to share with these young people how to create, for example, decorations. Basically, it was kind of an information about the handcrafts and about the real damage that plastic can cause. And on the next day, we were with them, with the whole society, and also with the young people. They were the leaders in this event. We have organized the cleaning up day, and we were going with the help of the municipality. We went to the places which are like located. Some of them are in the city center, some of them are out of the areas. And basically, what we did, that we took pictures before and after, and it was kind of so like eco-activism, like good example to show that what these places looked like before and how we were imagining it. Because when you are passing there every day, you don't see the problem, because it's a human psychology that you are kind of used to the things that you see every day. And also we shared the pictures after, how this place looks when it's ecologically clean and there are no waste and there's no pollution, and so on and so on. But to this question, I can also answer that we're not limited with only like special events. We also have for example, we have had the event like green area to create, like to plant the trees in the places where there are no green areas at all, to take care of the plants. Also to, for example, promote like in the shops the bags that are like several times usable and not use this like one-time plastic bags. And also there were many other campaigns that young people have done. Basically here the youth organizations are really active in this field, and I can say that a lot of young people in many different directions, they are organizing events, and they are following this eco-activism system in general, because they are the ones who are the main promoters on the small villages and local levels of things that, for example, big and central organizations cannot do. Because if the young people have the proper information and they have the proper courage and they really realize how the ecological system and environmental system should work, they reach to the places that really big and central organizations cannot reach. And also, it's really good to mention that as long as nowadays it's a really increased topic, and we're talking a lot about I don't know, climate change and about all the issues that we are having through this, it's like the young people are the ones who are actually making the actual steps, and they are trying to somehow promote, and they are trying to somehow raise awareness a lot and make a change by showing the good examples to them. And also I really want to mention the big project that we have in our society. For example, it's a new thing for us that we started to separate the garbage, for example. And also there is now in our cities, it's a new thing that there appeared special boxes for plastic bottles, and where people, like, it's open boxes that people can see that when they are throwing away the plastic bottles in this certain container, and they really see that at the end of the day how much plastic we are using. So it has like two benefits, that we're collecting plastic separately right now, and they realize at the end of the day how much there is the use of plastics. But I wouldn't like to limit this eco-activism with just separation of garbage, recycling only, because there are many like different direction when we're talking about eco-activism, which still are not that kind of active with us. But what comes to youth, they are really making impactful steps when it comes to the eco-activism.
How active are there ecological organizations in Georgia?
Yes, we have a lot of ecological organizations in Georgia, but I would not say that they are in every city, for example. We have the central ones, for example, and they are like creating different kind of projects, and they are organizing events, and they are planning the campaigns throughout the country, and they are doing a lot of stuff. But basically, there are a lot of organizations who are not concentrating on this topic, but they, like, throughout the year, for example, on their yearly plan, they are making a lot of activities for that, but they are not this like certain type of ecological organizations. For example, the organization I'm working for, this is the youth organization, and it's not the main priority is not always only ecological projects, but we like once or twice or even 3 times per year, we always touch this topic. And also we are, for example, our organization has organized the Erasmus Plus exchange for local young people and also international young people about clean beaches, which was really impactful project, and it was raising awareness not only about what is on the beach, but also like to show them that what we have at the end of the day on the beach, it's what goes from us to the sea. And also there are a lot of organizations also trying to promote recycling, advocate for less like reducing the use of this damageable and non disposable goods, for example. And also there are the organizations as well. Unfortunately, I cannot name all of them, but we have the organizations which are like working in many directions. For example, about this the green boxes that we had, it's also to collect the for example, papers that we are not using anymore, and it also there are some companies also that they recycle this and create some other materials because of that. But like yes, the organizations are pretty active. Some of them are on the like central level in the bigger cities, but also in small cities, other organizations who are not only the ecological organizations, they are trying to at least have the activities which are touching this topic as well. But this, like basically I can say that when we are, for example, planning a training or planning an activity, like our mandatory thing that we're trying to do is to use less non-disposable materials and try to go more digital when we are planning and when we're trying to organize something. For example, the training that we had last week, it was, yes, ecological project, but it was the first time that we tried to not use any like this stationary materials, for example, not waste papers, not use plastic, and it was kind of an impactful one, and it really made its point on this training, because from the different activities, we shared the pictures of how many stationary materials are wasted after the training is done, for example, and how many were left after we finished this training course through the digital tools, for example.
Last but not least, how do you see eco-activists from around the world and from Georgia?
There are numerous successful examples around the world of eco-activism, and mainly we all know about it. For example, the biggest strike that was like, that's the earliest one, the newest one here now, it's in the world, I mean, it's Greta Thunberg's strike when she was promoting like not promoting, but raising awareness about the issues of the real world. And for me, it's the best example of eco-activism. But Georgia nowadays is making the first steps nowadays, and it raises its voice for a better change, like in past few years. The best examples that I can give of eco-activism in Georgia, it's the protest actions which are taking place like already 1.5 years, I think, and it's about it's against the Namajuan HPP, which is they are trying to build the hydroelectric station, but like the fact that how they are doing the construction of this hydroelectric station is like really the problem you can see is from the beginning while they are building it. And also there has been done many researches how damageable it will be for the area. For example, how much resources like natural resources it will take, and what like it will be causing a lot of environmental problems for not only the nature, but to the Georgian waters in general. And it will cause a high risk of, and high risk, it has the high risk, and it will contain a lot of series of damages for the environment. I would also like to mention the air pollution system. For example, we had like a lot of campaigns against the Rustavi metallurgical factory, which they are producing different like chemical goods, and what they are doing is that they don't have the filter, and the whole city is under a huge smog, and the air quality there is really low, and it's also like one of the dangerous places to live according to the air pollution. And also the eco-activists were like really actively doing the petitions against this factory, also trying to deliver the issue to the decision makers, and they really were trying to be the eco-activists, the one eco-activist who can really make a change. But still they have made some successes, but we don't have a lot to be proud of. And also, I would like to mention here as well the uncontrollable removal of gravel from the rivers. It's the, for example, for my region, it's the biggest issue. First, it's the issue for the rivers itself, then it affects the total nature and the total environment around us, and also the amount that this like removal of gravel happens every day. It's, I mean, ridiculous. Unfortunately, only environmental NGOs and these eco-activists, like individual eco-activists, are working on these issues, and still we don't have the proper regulations against this topic. It's an ongoing process currently, and for example, in our region, we have the NGO which is trying to always be on the spot when something is going on, but as long as we don't have the regulations and we don't have the political change to these kind of topics, I don't think that we will have we will have the opportunity to stop those actions. And yes, the eco-activism here is one of the most important thing to do, to be active and do the campaignings and promote it and deliver it to the every citizen that is living around us, because there are cases that some people even don't know. If these eco-activists are not raising the issue or not raising awareness what is going around us, it happens in a way that not a lot of citizens and not a lot of people know about the things that are going around us. So like for me, when it comes to the environmental issues and about the ecology, eco-activists are the tool in this digital world that can really raise the topic and put in the daily priority when there is something happening. But I don't want to seem pessimistic, because we have the forces in our country that are now in the process of making big changes, and as the individual, as the NGO worker, and as the responsible citizen and youth worker, like I'm always trying to get involved in such kind of topics, and I really hope that there will be a better tomorrow, maybe with a lot of force and maybe with a lot of effort, but we really realize how it is important to deal these kind of situations, and how to never give up when it comes to the ecology and it comes to our health, because ecology and like human health is directly linked with each other, in terms that if we're not living in the healthy environment, then there is a lot of health problems, a lot of like environment is the key for everything. I would say environment is the thing that we will not be able to live without. So if we want to live healthy life, if we want to have all the perks of living on earth, then we have to take actions and we have to take care of the environment that we're living in. Thank you.
Thank you, Thelma. The project is supported by the Federal Agency for Civic Education using funds appropriated by the Federal Foreign Office.
Thank you.